This is From Hero to Zero, a show about the misconception of the demise of the music industry. We talk to heroes to make sense of the alleged zero, the music business. Hi Andreas, how are you doing?
Hello, good. Good to be here.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So, Andreas, been with Sepultura now for 30 years. Guitar player, played everywhere in the world, just released a brand new album.
Machine Messiah,
exactly, which revolves around digitization of our society, robotics, contemporary technology, in the spirit of that topic. How did technological advancements change what it means to be a musician today, 2017, compared to when you started 30 years ago?
Yeah, I think technology, it's especially in music, you know, open a lot of new possibilities for bands or for musicians. You know, you can do your whole album at the backyard of your house, you know, because of you know, all the recording programs like Pro Tools and all the edits. You know, everything was so quick. You all of a sudden you don't need like thousands of equipment, you know, like tape, which was very expensive. You know, of course the sound, it's always going to have a battle, you know, between if technology really got to that point which you cannot really feel the difference, you know, but we still use tape, you know, to at least to record drums, and then we throw into the computer, you know, and of course for vocals and guitars or overdubs and stuff, it's perfect like that, you know. And of course, I mean, album sales and everything, you know, like download, it changed the whole world, you know. For one side, it's very negative because, you know, us artists, it's been very hard, you know, to fight for our rights, let's say, you know, our composer rights, and which was kind of very controlled in the past, you know, and we could really filter in some few outlets and stuff. But on the other hand, you know, it's much more freedom, actually, you know, to do, you know, to expose your art anywhere. You know, you post something in my house in São Paulo, and in 30 seconds, everyone knows around the world, you know, at least the people who are following me and knows about Sepultura stuff. And I think Machine Messiah talks about that, you know, that kind of like balance, you know, not to lose that human ability of talking to each other, you know, and look into each other and have a more a natural relation with nature itself, you know. And so Machine Messiah, I think, deals with that, what we see today. You know, we travel so much around the world. We've been to 76 countries in 33 years, like every type of religion, politics, you know, democracies, dictatorships and stuff. And we see how technology changed and how much influential are in different countries. And is what we see today, you know. It's not like a futuristic idea of a sci-fi movie or something. It's what we see today, you know. And it's great because anyone can relate to that anywhere, you know, especially the youngest, you know, because that's where they are, you know. And we have to deal with that, you know. I have my smartphone right here, you know, waiting. and you know, I think Machine Messiah, like I said, you know, try to find this balance, you know, not to lose our human ability and not give everything to robots, you know, to robotics, and expect the robots to resolve everything for us, you know. It's like almost like a type of a religion, you know, that you have a messiah, you know, like that we come and resolve all your problems, you know. You still have to be human, and you still have to interact with things and know your limitations and your defects, let's say, you know, to grow, you know. And it's great to see, you know, in another point about technology, to see the vinyl coming back, you know, which is very family oriented. You know, my son still listens to my vinyl, and it is like passing through generations, you know. That's a very healthy thing, you know. People go into the vinyl shops and really spend some time there, and maybe they make some new friends and talk to the guy who sells the album, create like a kind of a you know, a relationship there, you know, which is so rich, you know. So I think this is a very positive thing, while everything is like roboticized and stuff, you know. Music and art, again, you know, shows that there's still some human, you know, feelings around.
Sure, interesting. I read a couple of saw a couple of very interesting quotes. You mentioned we are getting dumber because of robotization, and we use robotics. And if we use robotics, we shouldn't be enslaved by them, which I think is very interesting, especially if we think about backing tracks, which we see more often nowadays live. What is your opinion on that? Using more backing tracks live?
Well, I mean, this is nothing new, actually. You know, it depends on the purpose of everything. I mean, just to go on stage and just dub everything, you know, like not really singing and have that room really to grow, because the stage is where everything happens, you know. But we use samples, you know, to play the violins that we use on our album, and some other stuff like the Hammond on the instrumental song, you know. But at the same time, I put the acoustic guitar on the stage and play there and have some more room and interaction, you know. So again, it's something that you have to find a balance, you know. We're not against robotics, you know. I mean, it is a fact. It's here. It's very helpful in many aspects and respects, you know. But at the same time, I mean, we should be developing our intellect, you know, our connection with nature. There are so many frequencies and feelings that people don't know how to put names on it and stuff, you know, and religion comes with some options, and, you know, about how we should, you know, relate with those frequencies and this you know, spirits, whatever names, you know, and you know, meditation, you have some type of a connection, not only with the people you know or your community, but much broader connection with nature and universe, you know. I mean, this is something that we should be developing and really lose all this like division, you know, nations and A and Z and, you know, capitalism, communism, you know, religion that are so divided, you know, and it's like an astronaut seeing the planet Earth from the moon, you know. It's like a little ball there, you know. You change the whole perspective, and people here are fighting for stupid reasons, you know. So I mean, in that respect, you know, I think robotics are not helping us really to develop our own intellect. And I think we should deal with that in a much more internal, you know, intrinsic, you know. There's something that it's inside us that we have to develop, you know. We all have that, but somehow, you know, technology are just trying to keep that sleeping.
Sure. Interesting. I bought this version of your new album, which has the CD and Building a Messiah, the making of Machine Messiah on it, which is a 53 minutes long
recording section.
Exactly. It documents, or you documented how you recorded the album, which I found very interesting, because just what you mentioned, you went to Sweden in the middle of nowhere to record an album about robotics. Yeah. First of all, how did you decide? Why did you decide to go there, and how did it come about to be?
Yeah, it's because of the producer, you know, Jens Bogren. He's the one who we chose to work with. Derek suggested his name because of his ability to create and to seek for the best sounds, and that ability of a producer not to change too much the band, you know. I mean, he worked with Moonspell, with Creator, with Opeth, with Angra, our friends from Brazil, and you know, and every album you see that very respectful, you know, characteristics of the band, and very good sounding, and he's young as well, you know. I mean, we consider ourselves still young, you know, in that respect, you know. But and we met him while we were on the road, like touring. We were going through Sweden, near Örebro, which is his town where he lives. And we had breakfast together in a truck stop there, and the connection there was amazing, you know, with the chemistry. He was really excited to work with us, like we were as well, you know, to have somebody new, to see Sepultura and to bring new elements to Sepultura. And we went to Sweden because he has all his structure there, you know, and we recorded drums in Stockholm, and then we went to Örebro to do everything, guitars, bass, vocals, and the acoustics, and even the violins, which was a suggestion from Jens, you know. So you know, we need somebody there that is like the fifth member of the band in the studio, bringing everything, every possible idea and possibility, and great energy, great sense of humor, you know, so professional, you know. It was perfect, you know. I think the album sounds what we wanted to sound, and I think Jens also, it's very pleased with that mixture, you know, we brought from Sepultura and his abilities, you know, to create Machine Messiah, and it was great. I mean, that's why we bring somebody different, you know, to change. I mean, we did Ross Robinson, we did Annie Wallace, you know, Steve Evans, and Scott Burns, and so many great, Roy Z, you know, so many great guys that brought so many amazing things for Sepultura. And it's like building, you know, always trying to take this music in a different place, and it's great because the album has been very well received. We're playing like a lot of new songs on the set list, you know, which is something that was a long time we didn't have that possibility, you know. So it's awesome. It's a great time for us.
Well, Andreas, was very interesting. Thank you so much. All the best, and
all right,
hopefully see you next time.
Yeah, I appreciate the time here. Sorry, as always, you know, on the road. It's like time-wise, always running and stuff. But it's always good to be back in Switzerland. It's a place that always have this diversity, you know, musically speaking. You see Montreux Jazz Festival that started as a jazz, but then opened up so much, you know. And I'm actually coming back to Lausanne to play in a jazz festival as well. I'm not going to remember the name now, but I'm going to be together with a Brazilian guitar player called Armandinho. He's from Bahia. And we did the closing ceremonies for the Paralympic Games in Brazil at the Maracanã Stadium together. And we were invited to play at this festival in Lausanne. It's going to be at the beginning of September, you know. So, you know, I'll be back here, not with Sepultura, but doing something else, which is going to be very interesting, you know. I love to play different styles of music. I love classical guitar. I love blues, you know. I love to play that kind of stuff. And Brazilian music have a lot of other amazing rhythms, you know, to play on 6 strings, you know. So I think you'll be very interested. So it's going to be in Lausanne. Just check it out. First week of September.
Good to know. We'll be there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, all the best.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.